The purpose of this video is to show my way of operating the Messerschmitt Bf-109 for the simulator, trying to keep the operation as close to real life as possible. Okay, let's get started. The Bf-109 does not have parking brakes, so we need to ask the ground crew to put wheel chocks on the aircraft.
Wheel chocks are now in place.
Cleared for start checklist, battery, on, generator, on, ignition, on, fuel pump, on, radiator, open, oxygen valve, open, fuel booster pump, P1 plus P2. Propeller governor, manual, propeller pitch RPM, 12 o'clock, prime pump, 9 times. Starter cover, open. The engine start is done manually, so we have to request it. When we hear the word clear, it means the start is ready. We turn on both magnetos and pull the starter lever until the engine starts. If it doesn't start, we repeat the fuel pumping and request another start. In the simulator, to speed things up, we can request the start and then pump the fuel to save time.
Clear.
Magnetos, M1 plus 2, both, starter, hold on until the engine starts. Starter cover, close. After start checklist warm-up. After starting, we check the engine instruments and adjust it to 600 RPM for about 20 seconds, then we can increase it to 1000 RPM. Throttle 600 RPM for 20 seconds after 1000 RPM, oil pressure and temperature, check. Radiator, auto or open, as required. The radiator should remain open during startup to avoid any extra problems if the startup doesn't go correctly. However, depending on the ambient temperature, we can set the radiator to automatic so it adjusts itself to help the engine reach the ideal temperature more quickly. Radio, on. Pitot heat, on. Navigation lights, as required. Interior lights, as required. The V101 controls the external armament, which is not implemented in the simulator. The F211 is the IFF, identify friend or foe, but I'm also not sure if this is simulated in this aircraft. Artificial horizon, uncage. Altimeter, set. MW50, on. Elevator trim, one nose heavy. Flight control, check. We wait for the engine to warm up before taxiing the aircraft. To speed things up, we can increase to 1500 RPM so that the engine warms up more quickly, as long as the oil pressure does not exceed 9.5. Oil pressure check, above 3, coolant temperature, check, above 60, oil temperature, check, above 30. Now we are ready to taxi. Taxi checklist, canopy, close. Tail wheel lock, unlock. Wheel chocks, remove.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
Always before stopping the aircraft, we must ensure that the tail wheel is straight and aligned so that we can lock it for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff checklist. Flaps, up, or up to 20 degrees. Tail wheel lock, radiator, open, throttle, 1.3 ATA, rotate, 190 km per hour. For takeoff, I apply full right rudder and gradually increase the power. As the rudder starts to take effect, I ease off on the foot pressure. We can also use a little brake to assist if needed. After takeoff checklist, gear, up, propeller governor, auto, flaps, up, radiator, auto. Climb with 270 km per hour. I fly the traffic pattern at an altitude of 300 to 400 meters, maintaining distance from the runway's wingtip and at a speed of 350 km per hour, which is the maximum speed for lowering the landing gear. Across the touch point, lower the landing gear at a speed less than 350 km per hour, reduce power, and start lowering the flaps. Adjust the trim as necessary. At this stage, -1 is good for me. Landing checklist, gear, down, below 350 km per hour, flaps, full down, below 250 km per hour, short final, 220 km per hour. The approach is made in a turn to maintain visual contact with the runway for as long as possible. As I cross the threshold, I begin to flare, which is the termination of descent to land 3-point style, touching down on all three wheels at the same time. Control the aircraft and only then complete the checklist. After landing checklist, flaps, up, tail wheel lock, unlock, radiator, open. Shutdown checklist, canopy, open. Engine stop handle, apply. The magneto should always be turned off after the propeller comes to a complete stop. Magnetos, off. Fuel booster pump, off. MW50, off. Oxygen valve, close. Circuit brakes, all off. You can find my checklist in the first pinned comment. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video.